It's scratch resistant and comes in a variety of trendy styles. With over 40 colors to choose from, that's a step in the right direction. Today is the day for doing light-proof vinyl plank flooring starting just $2.99 a square foot. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. There's only 6 door for details.
PSEG Long Island is leading the way through innovation, with even more renewable power for cleaner, more reliable energy. Now that's powering progress.
First of all, If the Mets are really serious about trading Syndergaard, then nobody can trade Syndergaard realistically for a top line starter for the contending team because they're contending for a championship or a playoff run. They're going to get prospects because no one's going to get a top line unless, which way you agree with, it's going to be in your season and that's not happening. But if you really think about making a 3-year deal and let them start calling them back, oh my God, it's getting to the end, it's going to go on for 2 weeks, and that's going to be if they don't know what's going to happen to it, if it's going to be a quick trade, it's got to be because of those times. That's why people make trades, right?
No, people make trades to try and rob the other team, but if you actually want to get it done, oftentimes it comes down to a trade that's debatable as to who's getting the better side. You're filling a need, they're filling a need. It isn't a what the hell is the one team thinking about type deal.
So with that said, okay, so that's really about something that team. And then after that, it's just the game for football they want. Which is pretty standard about problem that team. And it's a real baseball. So first put the ball to the Yankees. Try to get to the Yankees last year. That's a pretty good move because now the Mets get something. They get the outfield that they need. Okay, they get a potential starting pitcher that's going to be with them for the future. It's going to they got players and they got one with really good. Now you can look at them and now they can use Swift because Swift doesn't have a code. Yeah, we played it, right? Would you agree that Swift doesn't have someone in there?
Yeah, I think Smith, here's my question in effect talking. I think Dominic Smith is a first baseman. That's my personal opinion. I think you are risking losing games defensively if he's playing regularly in left field. I think he's a major league hitter. I just don't think he's a outfielder.
And I agree with you. Let's trade him. Trade him. Trade for players because Tom Hagen really showed me much over the years. Okay, and now that man's still anyway. And I know the shoe goes down and the shoe goes down. You don't need to shoot. We're going to have short offers. That's what I would think. You know, you do that now. You do that in Washington. That's what I would do with the Mets. And then everybody's fine with the Yankees. And for me, personally, I would need that because
It's not a bad proposal, but here's where you're going to run into issues. Let's say Houston puts a similar package on the table. And you can evaluate it, you can look at it, because let's not say the Yankees package is better. The only ones that matter is the Mets evaluators. If Houston puts a similar package on the table, the Mets are going to trade Syndergaard to Houston. Because we can sit here and say it doesn't matter what he does, it does matter. Because Syndergaard is going to stay with the Yankees and they've got a chance to win a championship, and then the Mets will help the Yankees win a championship. So, too many people for me run in here and say, you can't do it. It can't be done. If you're the Mets, you can't make a trade with the Yankees. I disagree. I think you can make a trade with the Yankees, and you should make a trade with the Yankees. If the Yankee package that they're offering is far and away better than any other package you're getting, then you got to do the deal with the Yankees, and you got to run the risk that Syndergaard's going to help the team across the tribal break from you. But if you have another package which is either equal or really close, then you're probably well, let's take that other package and roll the dice and say, let's get Syndergaard out of the National League, out of New York, let him go down and win a championship for the Astros. That won't resonate with our fans the way it will if the Yankees win a World Series. So, you can come up with a fair package for the Yankees, one you think is fair, one that would be advisable for the Mets to do, and you might be right. But what you don't know is what other teams are offering. Because if the Mets make Syndergaard available, according to Joe Sherman, the Mets are efforting vigorously to trade Noah Syndergaard. That means everybody in baseball knows Syndergaard's available. A bunch of teams are going to put really good proposals out there to try to get their hands on Noah Syndergaard. The Mets, the Yankees proposal not only needs to be the best, it's got to be the best by a pretty good amount of over other proposals, because believe me, there will be several teams making legit offers for Larry Syndergaard. Joe from Staten Island's up on the fan. Hello, Joe.
Dirty Mac, I'm not so deep, but I was going to ask you, what's he going to call?
Funny, I haven't heard from him this week, because last week he was pretty perturbed with me. I specifically said that the Dodgers were the best team and the Yankees were the second best team, which I didn't think was being disrespectful to the Yankees to call them the second best team in all of baseball.
And he wasn't giving you a chance to talk already. He just kept talking over you and over you and over you. It kept insisting it was the Yankees, the Yankees, the Yankees.
I'm not sure that I didn't hear from Jody today with the way the Yankees started pitch this week.
I know. Jody, as far as the pitching, I wouldn't, first of all, I would not trade the Guard or Syndergaard to the Yankees. Either, I don't care what kind of, listen,
See, you're one of those guys, Joe. You have to worry about your own team. You can't worry about the other team. You keep it in perspective. But don't go, we can't do it. No, if the Yankees are going to offer you a package, if they're going to offer you Blabertord, like the package we just had with the Browns. The Twitter guy sent this in. Torres, Frazier, and Garcia offered to Guard. Well, if you're the Mets, you want to be obnoxious about it. Say, no, forget the Guard. We're going to get Syndergaard instead, and we want those three guys. If the Yankees offer those three guys with Syndergaard, I'll drive Syndergaard to Yankee Stadium from Chili Field. You can't turn a deal like that down with the Mets.
it was Jody, 18 pitching.
I know, when you got to suck it up and do what's best for the organization, you're getting 3 for 1, you have to do that deal.
That's true, yeah, I know. Like you said, you know, everything is you need pitching down the road. And like that fellow you had earlier, he said 73, they still have a shot. I don't know what he's smoking.
Whatever it is, it's good because he's the optimist of all optimists.
Yeah, right. Like I said, you know, it would be difficult to get rid of one of these two guys. But like you said, if you get the right deal, and like I said, it's just hard seeing either one of them in the Yankees.
Right, just don't close your mind to it. Don't say, well, you can't trade him to the Yankees. Can't trade him to the Phillies. Can't trade him to the Braves. They'll be in the division. We'll play him too many times. You're going to beat us 4 times next year. Yeah, no. All options are on the table. All potential teams that they could land to me are at least open for business. If one team puts far and away the best deal on the table, I don't care where they sit in proximity to the Mets. Either in the standings, in their division, in their geography, or in New York City. I don't care. If you put an offer on the table that dwarfs every other offer, you gotta pull the trigger on the deal and you gotta send the guy there. Now, if you've got good offers from 2 parties and you want to say, I'd really rather not watch Syndergaard lift the Yankees to a World Series, I'd really rather not face Syndergaard 3 times, if there's a package between the Braves and the Twins and it's damn close, well, yeah, go ahead, send Syndergaard to Minnesota. Send him into the American League. But it better be close on the package. And yes, you have to have faith that Brodie Van Wagenen et al., with all his lieutenants in the Met front office, can correctly separate the values in the packages and make that right call. Make the right call to me, 877-337-6666. Jody Mac, 20 plus to play. When emergencies happen, they answer the call. They have our backs. They go above and beyond. First responders, Ford salutes you. And to show their support, your local Ford stores are putting you first. Visit myfordnow.com for a special offer just for first responders. Introducing free next day delivery from Walmart. Because it's summer, time for grilling, chilling, sunblocking, flip-flop, and swimwear, and all that you really need delivered tomorrow with no membership fees. Shop free next day delivery at walmart.com. Eligible items only, $35 minimum order, not available in all locations.
Geico presents quick ways to change your life. Today, how about learning a brand new dance move? Another way to change your life is by calling your local Geico agent for help with more than just your car insurance. Also, please refrain from any unsightly gyrations. This is a family-friendly station.
Over the last 25 years, Maria has lost a lot of weight several times, but always gained it back. Frustrated by diets, drug therapies, and weight loss programs, she wondered if it was time to consider surgical options. So she attended a bariatric surgery seminar at NYU Winthrop Hospital.
After considering the options laparoscopic sleeve surgery at NYU Winthrop.
Since her surgery, Maria has lost over 100 pounds, and 2 years later, she knows she's going to keep it off.
At NYU Winthrop, they didn't just help me lose weight, they helped me understand how to stop gaining it back.
Maria joined an NYU Winthrop support group where she can share experiences and learn about healthier eating. She even met a workout buddy. Now they hit the gym and run 5K races every chance they get.
This time, I don't just look like a new person, I am one. I can get down on the floor with the kids in my pre-K class and pop right back up. My knee pain's gone too.
To learn more, call 1-866-WINTHROP or visit nyuwinthrop.org. NYU Winthrop Hospital. Your health means everything.
It's news time, 12:38. Now 10 Wins Entertainment. J-Lo returned the favor to A-Rod last night, stopping her show in Miami to wish her fiancé a great big happy birthday. As her best of love for the former Yankees player. J-Lo turned 50 on the 24th. His birthday is today. When's news time, 12:39.
Sometimes hard and good fun. Help to create something truly unique. A once-in-a-lifetime event that speaks directly to the soul. That's what happened when Byway legend Joel Gray set out to reinvent the world's most beloved musical. And the result is the surprise hit of the season. Fiddler on the Roof, in Yiddish, laden with happiness and tears, and performed without a single word of English. It's the winner of the 2019 Outer Critics Circle and Drama Desk Awards for Best Musical Revival. The New York Times Critics pick, with English subtitles you might even need. This show transcends language to make you laugh, cry, and cheer. As Wednesday says, this Fiddler on the Roof speaks to us all. The year's best musical revival is a musical you experience with your home. Fiddler on the Roof, now in its second smash year. See it this summer. Visit fiddlernyc.com.
Live and local, 24 hours a day, your news station, 1010 Wins.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 83 degrees at 12:40 on this Saturday, July 27th. I'm Jeff Allen. Here's what's happening. A Bronx man is facing charges after 2 of his kids died in an overheated car. Police search for a thief who's been conning New Yorkers out of their valuable jewelry. An elderly New Jersey woman takes to GoFundMe to help stay in her own home. And rescuers were called out to a remote part of Minnesota to save a group of Girl Scouts caught in a lightning storm. The 10-10 Winds accurate the forecast, calling for a mix of sunny clouds this afternoon. We'll get up to 86 in Midtown.
On Fox News alert, Giants receiver Golden Tate suspended 4 games for PED use. CeCe Sabathia tries to give the Yankees a good start this afternoon. They're in Boston. Mets play the Pirates tonight.
Winds news time, 12:41. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
We have a couple of issues in New Jersey. Got a crash in Morris Township, westbound Route 24, coming into Riverty Road at exit 1. You got a lane blocked. Also in Union City, got word of a serious accident. This is coming up 495 under Bergen Line Avenue at 48th Street, going to a building there. And also construction backing up traffic on Route 4 East over by Queen Anne Road in Teaneck. North of the city, Sawmill, an accident northbound in the right lane coming into Cross County Parkway. Got delays on the Belt Parkway through Brooklyn. Expect slowdowns coming now into Knapp Street out towards Flatbush Avenue. That is some moving repairs out there till around 2:30 this afternoon. Also, we have got slowdowns trying to get to the outbound GWB. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Outbound upper level right lane blocked till 2:30. It's about 45 minutes outbound. Inbound 25 for the upper deck, 15 for the lower level. And also at the Lincoln Tunnel, half hour citybound 15 into New Jersey. Holland Tunnel hovering around 20 minutes. Outbound's around 20 minutes as well. We do have alternate side of the street parking rules in effect for today. I'm Russ Meyer. Next reports at 12:51 on 1010 Wins.
Winds news time, 12:42.
A Bronx dad has been charged in the death of two of his kids after he left them locked in a hot car while he went to work.
The father is 39-year-old Juan Rodriguez, and his neighbor, Tony Caterino, said the death of his children has to have been an accident. He said Rodriguez is always playing with the kids at their house here in New City.
They're always playing basketball in the side yard here. They had a camp out recently in the backyard. A whole bunch of friends were over with tents. And they're just always active with the family.
But the father is now charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. He drove to his job at the VA hospital in the Kingsbridge section of the Bronx Friday and did the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. shift, apparently forgetting all the while his one-year-old twins, Marissa and Phoenix, were sitting in the backseat of the car in their car seats. Carol DeUria, 1010 Lindsay, New City.
Police are searching for a guy who followed a young woman home to her Bronx apartment, then forced his way into the place and threw her to the ground. No one is sure what was on his mind because before he could do anything else, the woman's roommate showed up and scared the guy off. He was last seen fleeing on foot near 11th Street. He's described as a black male with a slim build, wearing a black hoodie, black pants, and a white shirt, and carrying a backpack. You can see his photograph at 1010wins.com, and police ask you to give them a call if you can help ID the guy. A 106-year-old New Jersey woman is fighting to keep the house she's lived in since 1943. Rose Eastwanik has some health problems and has fallen behind in her property taxes, so her daughter started a GoFundMe page to help raise the $12,000 needed to pay the tax collector. Rose and her daughter say they have been overwhelmed with support and have already raised more than they need to pay the tax bill. Wednesday news time, 12:44, sports in 1 minute on 1010 Wins.
At PSEG Long Island, we're leading the way through innovation, like solar power, with more customer-generated rooftop solar power than anywhere else in the state. And wind power, by finalizing plans for the largest offshore wind farm in the country. At PSEG Long Island, we're investing in new technologies every day that will continue to power our homes and businesses with more reliable, efficient, and sustainable energy today and for generations to come. PSEG Long Island, now that's powering progress.
Since 1989, Trees for the Future has planted over 155 million trees around the world through the support of individuals like you. Together, we train farmers to plant and manage forest gardens that sustainably feed families, raise income, and revitalize the earth. Join Trees for the Future.
Tate hit with a 4-game ban by the NFL for using a banned substance. Tate says he's aware of the substance in question. He says it's something he was prescribed for fertility planning. He says he stopped taking the drug when he learned it was on the banned list. He is appealing the suspension. The Jets put on the pads for the first time this early preseason against Adam Gazer's first camp as Jets head coach. Sounds like the head coach is on the same page with his second-year quarterback, Sam Darnold.
He does a great job of communicating back to me. If something is hazy, he'll tell me. I don't have to do guesswork.
And the Jets' first preseason game a week from Thursday against the Giants. Yankees and Red Sox continue their 4-game series today at Fenway. Yankees starting pitchers continue to get battered. They have allowed 43 earned runs over the past 6 starts. The Red Sox have put up 29 runs in the first 2 games of this series, and today is CC Sabathia who tries to pull them off.
They're going to face it a bunch of times, so, like I said, hopefully tomorrow we're just going to play a good game and we're going to work.
That is this afternoon, 4:05, first pitch at Fenway. Sabathia takes the start against fellow left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez. Mets and Pirates today at Citi Field. Mets won the series opener last night. They won 4-6. Last night, 4 home runs, including number 34 for Pete Alonso. Steven Matz gets the start tonight against Trevor Williams. Sports at 15 and 45. Run the clock, Bobby Schroeder, 1010 Win Sports.
Wednesday news time, 12:47.
Family is big around here. We're family-owned, family-operated, family-managed. And that means legacy. That means dependability. That means using Grainger. With over 1.5 million products and knowledgeable product experts, Grainger has whatever we need. And with same-day pickup and next-day delivery options, they have it whenever we need it. For over 90 years, businesses like ours have trusted Grainger. Because, like family, Grainger's got our back. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate. But you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and a resume.
You could also change your life by switching to Geico and saving hundreds on your car insurance. Also, don't hold the door open if you work at a zoo and that person is a bear.
Wednesday news time, 12:48. About 100 firefighters were called into battle a blaze on Long Island last night, but a civilian is being hailed as a hero after rescuing his neighbor and dog from their burning home in Port Washington. Scott Trimarchi told CBS 2 he saw the flames and called 911. Then he raced into his garage to grab a ladder. He put up the ladder against the burning building, but the trapped neighbor refused to climb down without his dog, so he tossed the dog to Trimarchi, who then helped get the man out.
The lead is broken, and you can feel the heat from the flames. It's like just slow motion, just trying to go through the motions to get this guy out safely as fast. It's not the panic,
The neighbor was rushed to North Shore University Hospital, where doctors say he is in stable condition this afternoon. New York City detectives are searching for a very busy jewel thief. They say 34-year-old Giselle Ortiz is wanted for committing a string of jewelry thefts that started this spring. Police say the thefts have occurred in Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Harlem between May 4th and July 22nd. In some cases, he allegedly approached the victim and offered to clean or repair their jewelry and ran away when the victim handed it to him. They say Ortiz has allegedly stolen jewelry from at least 7 elderly women and a 94-year-old man. You can see his photograph at 1010wins.com, and police ask you to call the Crime Stoppers hotline if you can help find him. 2 Americans from San Francisco were detained in Rome overnight in the death of a police officer. Correspondent David Wright has the latest from London.
Italian authorities say these 2 American tourists have confessed to killing an officer of the Carabinieri, that's the Italian National Police Force. A 35-year-old officer stabbed to death, apparently as he tried to resolve a dispute over a stolen backpack. Police say that the suspect stole the backpack Thursday night, then tried to ransom it back to its owner. He called the cops, and these 2 plainclothes officers showed up for the handover. That's when a scuffle ensued. The officer stabbed. The attackers fled the scene. These 2 Americans arrested.
Scientists are looking into what killed a humpback whale found floating off the southeastern tip of Long Island. A 30-foot-long female whale was brought to Montauk Beach on Friday after she was spotted about 6 miles away on Wednesday. Officials say the whale was fairly decomposed, and her age and the date and cause of her death are still not clear. They say there have been more humpback whale deaths than usual along the Atlantic coast since 2016, but they don't know why. Wednesday news time, 12:51. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
And first up, here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. Delays with a crash on the southern state eastbound. It's going to get you a little east of the Seaforth Bay Expressway. Delays back to 106. Westbound slowdowns with onlookers. Also, we have roadwork on the LIE eastbound, taking out the right lane. That is a moving project between Seringtown Road and Glen Cove Road, and also a stretch of slower traffic on the northern state east from Cross Island Parkway out towards New Hyde Park Road. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Bronx-bound south of the Throgneck Bridge, right lane work on the span. Also at the Whitestone, you have slowdowns northbound on Cross Island and on the Whitestone Expressway approaching the bridge, then just busy across the span. Slow traffic going into Queens at the Throgneck, but not at the Whitestone. And then Cross Island Parkway south is jammed. Off the bridge, all the way down towards the LIE Clearview. Much better choice in that instance. Also in New Jersey, westbound Route 24 crash takes out a lane over by Whippany Road. The support is sponsored by Corner Furniture. I'm Russ Meyer, next reports at 101 on 10 Wins.
Corner Furniture on White Plains Road in the Bronx has hundreds of brand names to choose. See the largest selection of furniture in the Bronx at huge savings. No interest, no money down, no credit, no problem. You want it? Corner Furniture's got it. Visit cornerfurniturebronx.com today.
Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist John Ferry.
We've got a few thunderstorms developing across parts of the tri-state area. Most of that activity is going to be to the north of the city. One downpour moving through Rockland County right now. Another pretty intense downpour over parts of eastern Fairfield County, Connecticut. But most places probably rain-free here through the afternoon. Sunshine, some clouds, a little bit more humid, up to 86. Mostly clear tonight, low 71. Warm and rather humid tomorrow, partly sunny, high 89. There could be a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow night, then hot, steamy Monday. Partly sunny at the 91. Actually, the real field temperatures near 100 Monday afternoon. Still warm and sticky Tuesday, high 89. Then we'll have some showers and storms Wednesday. Right outside the park, 83 with some sun. Up to 86 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather's John Fear from New York's weather station. 1010 winds.
Space News Time, 12:53.
Hey, is it just me or is it hot around here? Lee Harris for Spot Hero. Yes, it is hot, so don't park on the street when it's hot out like this. You could get third-degree burns from your steering wheel or something. Not to mention a parking ticket. So use Spot Hero and find a nice, safe, cool spot right where you need to be at a great price. Use promo code 1010 and you even get $10 off your first reservation. That's cool. That's promo code 1010. Download the Spot Hero app today and park smarter and
In
cooler.
2007, Marine First Lieutenant Travis Manning was killed in Iraq after saving his wounded teammates. Travis's legacy lives on through the words he spoke before his final deployment. If not me, then who? Words that today fuel the spirit of Travis Manning Foundation. And through TMF, these words can live in you too. Show the world what you're made of, because character is invisible until it's not. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians at travismania.org.
Dad, remember when you asked me, what do you want to do with your life? And I was like, I want to get paid. But right after that, you said, there's no job called getting paid.
Really? I said that?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I knew. I wanted to go to college.
You never know which moments will be the ones they remember forever. So take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 1-877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Wednesday News Time, 12:54. A group of Girl Scouts camping out in a remote part of Minnesota had to be rescued last night after the troop got struck by lightning when severe storms rolled through. The 9 scouts were on Knife Lake near the Canadian border when the storms hit. Rescuers had to use canoes to bring them to safety, and in a statement posted by the local rescue squad this morning, they said all patients are awake, alert, and able to move without assistance. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz tweeted about the rescue effort late Friday and said that the group was a very, very brave Girl Scouts who need your prayers tonight. And rescuers in India safely evacuated all 700 passengers from a train after it got stuck in monsoon floodwaters between 2 stations near Mumbai. The National Disaster Response Force and the Navy were helping out in that effort that took over 9 hours to complete. Wednesday News Time, 12:55.
Lease Lincoln Direct and Drive Lincoln Luxury for much, much less at Premier Lincoln in Brooklyn. New 2019 Lincoln Navigators, all new 2019 Lincoln MKC in stock, ready for summer. You can even order your own new 2020 Lincoln Aviator all-wheel drive today. How about a super low summer lease payment on your all new Lincoln Nautilus all-wheel drive? Just $357 a month. That's right, just $357 a month. 24 short months, $46.52 due at inception, 0 security deposit, plus tax, tags, and fees. Plus, you're gonna love our service.
For complete details, expires 8/31/19.
Wednesday News Time, 12:56. Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins.
Food fads come and go. People looking to eat healthier have tried kale, goji berries, and quinoa, to name just a few. And there's something that's relatively new.
Americans are drinking more celery juice, of all things.
Lydia Mulvaney covers food and agriculture for Bloomberg News. She says celery has benefited from the power of celebrity and social media.
There are some health claims out there that it's good for you, and there's been a lot of Instagramming.
And sales of celery juice have surged according to data provided by the payment platform Square, which is used at independent juice bars and coffee shops across the country.
There's been a 25-fold increase in sales of glasses of celery juice.
A few small bottlers offer celery juice, but it's mostly made to order at independent shops.
It's gone up to over 14,000 glasses per month.
And Square says the median price of a serving has jumped from $6.50 to $8. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Jeff Bellinger for 1010 Wins.
Wednesday News Time, 12:58.
Numbers mean much to me because of prostate cancer. I'm Johnny Braggs, the number 2, for my stepfather who died of prostate cancer, and my uncle who suffered so much after prostate cancer surgery. The number 15. 15 years since Dr. Lederman's successful treatment of my prostate cancer. The number 0, which is my PSA. 0 after Dr. Lederman's successful prostate cancer treatment. What every man wants. The numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Important for every man with prostate cancer. 1. Getting the most successful treatment. 2, avoiding radical robotic surgery. 3, keeping sexual function. 4, maintaining urinary control. Call my Dr. Lederman, 212-CHOICES. 212-CHOICES to consider his prostate cancer treatment for you. Most insurances, Medicare and Medicaid accepted. 1384 Broadway at 38. Call 212-CHOICES for prostate cancer treatment. Call Dr. Lederman, 212-CHOICES. I'm glad I did. You'll be number one with Dr. Lederman.
WINS, WINS HD, WAWHD3 New York.
A radio.com station.
Winds news time 12:59. Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. We'll have sunshine mixing with a few clouds this afternoon. It'll be warm and humid with a few thunderstorms in spots, especially north of the city. We'll get up to 86 here in Midtown. Tonight, clear skies, maybe some clouds rolling in later. A low will be 71 in town, upper 60s out in the suburbs. For tomorrow, sun and clouds, very warm and fairly humid, high 89. But AccuWeather real field temperatures will be in the 90s in the afternoon. For Monday, hot and humid with sunshine and a few clouds, high 91. Real fields approaching 100 on Monday. And then for Tuesday, partly sunny, very warm and humid, high 89. Right now, it's 83 degrees and fair in New York. We're going up to 86 in Midtown. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Valerie Gady is our service aide. Jim Powers is at the editor's desk. I'm Jeff Allen.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 83 degrees at 1 o'clock on this Saturday, the 27th of July. I'm Sonia Rincon, and here's what's happening. It may have been a horrible mistake, but the father of the 2 little babies who died in his hot car while he was at work yesterday in the Bronx is facing criminal consequences, manslaughter charges. A Fort Washington man with a ladder saves his neighbor and his dog from a burning house. The NYPD is looking for a guy who followed a young woman home and attacked her in the East Village. CPR training for a human saves the life of a dog who nearly drowned in Prospect Park. The 1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast, partly to mostly sunny this afternoon, high 86, clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 71.
Well, Bob Huesler, the Giants wide receiving corps takes another hit. Golden Tate suspended 4 games for PED use. The Yankees play the Red Sox this afternoon. Mets Pirates tonight at Citi Field.
Winds News Time 101. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, good afternoon, Russ Meyer.
Sonia, good afternoon. We'll check into the Bronx first out because we have no shortage of slowdowns. The Cross Bronx, those delays begin westbound at White Plains Road out to the George Washington Bridge. Digging south, we got delays at 230th on down to the Cross Bronx, northbound from 138th up to the Cross Bronx. And the Brucker coming up from the Brucker interchange to Pelham Parkway. Bronx River Parkway southbound delays coming to Pelham Parkway. Got word of a crash. Northbound is tied up from the Cross Bronx up to that area. And here is what you need to know about bridges and tunnels with all that action in the Bronx. You got about a 45-minute delay for the outbound GWB. A little less from the Manhattan approaches. Inbounds 25 to the upper 15 for the lower level. Half hour for the inbound Lincoln, about half that outbound. 20 to 25 in at the Holland Tunnel, about 20 minutes into New Jersey. And here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. Southern State East, a crash blocks the right lane over by Wantagh Parkway and also the LIE. And the Northern State busy traffic, Cross Island Parkway, Glen Cove Road. Take your pick. This report sponsored by RE/MAX. If you're looking to buy a home, only RE/MAX comes with an experienced agent who has the tools to make buying your home as simple as possible. Don't worry, they've done this a million times. Visit RE/MAX.com to find your home and agent now. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones. Breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Russ Meyer on 1010 Winds.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey I. Schwimmer, a personal injury attorney with 38 years of litigation experience. And you've heard me on 1010 Winds for 30 years. If you or a loved one have been seriously injured in an accident, you need 2 things: proper medical care and the right lawyer. I am that lawyer. Forget a catchy jingle or a catchphrase, because that will do nothing for your cause. What I do offer is a lawyer who will aggressively pursue your rights at all times. Your case will be handled by me, not a paralegal. There is no fee unless your case is won by settlement or verdict. These commitments are why millions have been previously recovered, why other lawyers send their injured clients to me, Jeffrey I. Schwimmer, and why I have other attorneys as clients. For a free consultation, call 1-800-370-3010. I, Jeffrey I. Schwimmer, can meet you at your home or the hospital. Call 1-800 1-800-370-3010. 1-800-370-3010. Past results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Winds News Time 103. It's the question everyone is asking. How could he just forget his babies? There may not ever be an answer, but police are charging the Rockland County father of the one-year-old twins who died in that hot car in the Bronx yesterday while dad was at work at the VA hospital. Cops say he was not under the influence of drugs or alcohol, but he was ultimately responsible for their deaths. We're hearing from his neighbors.
Tony Caterino says the father of the twins is the most upstanding, community-minded guy he's ever met. He says he was very attentive to his 5 children.
They're always playing basketball in the side yard here. They had a camp out recently in the backyard.
39-year-old Juan Rodriguez is charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide in the death of his 1-year-old twins, Aruza and Scenic. He left them in the car while he did the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. shift at the VA hospital in the Kingsbridge section of the Bronx. Caterino believes it had to have been an accident.
It was just a mistake that now he has to suffer with the rest of his life. There's no words that people could say. This is his punishment.
Carol DeOria, 1010 Winds in New City.
City Council member Fernando Cabrera represents the area where the tragedy happened and says he'd support more education about the danger of leaving kids in cars, maybe even technology like a phone app or alarm to alert or remind someone that a child is in the car, and reminding people to call the police if they see a child in a car who might be in danger. Winds News Time 104. This is the kind of neighbor everyone wishes they had. When the house next door was on fire yesterday, Scott from Archie of Fort Washington, Long Island, helped a man and his dog get out safely. He grabbed a ladder and put it against his neighbor's house. He spoke with CBS 2 after it was over.
He realized there was no way for him to get out of the house, so I ran and got an extension ladder out of my garage. I put it up to the second floor, and he was able to get out. And his dog is also there. His dog at first didn't want to leave the house, so he grabbed the dog and pretty much dropped it down onto the ground onto my house.
Yeah, he actually caught the German Shepherd when the neighbor had to throw the dog out the window to save it. The dog was fine. The neighbor then was able to get down the ladder, but he was hurt. Firefighters worked into the night to get all the flames out, but the neighbor's house was destroyed. From Archie's house was damaged too, but he is taking care of his neighbor's dog while the guy's in the hospital and gets resettled. Winds News Time 105. A deadly crash involving a tractor-trailer is under investigation on Long Island. It happened in East Hills yesterday. A woman driving an Audi was killed when a Mack truck collided with her vehicle on the LIE service road. She has been identified. 77-year-old Carol Samid of East Hills. She died at a hospital. The truck driver had minor injuries. Both vehicles are getting examinations, according to cops who have not yet determined how it happened. Winds News Time 106. Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast this afternoon. Sunshine and a few clouds. Warm and more humid. A thunderstorm possible in spots, especially north of the city. A high of 86. Tonight clear to partly cloudy. A low of 71 in the city. Upper 60s in the suburbs. Tomorrow sun and clouds. Warm and humid. A high of 89. AccuWeather real field temperatures in the 90s. Monday hot and humid with sunshine and clouds. High 91. AccuWeather real feels close to 100 in the afternoon. Tuesday, partly sunny, warm and humid again, a high of 89. Right now, 83. With a fair sky, the relative humidity at 52%. We're going up to 86 degrees in Midtown. Winds News Time 107. Visit the Upper Delaware Scenic Byway, stretching from Port Jervis to Hancock, New York. Less than 2 hours from New York City with spectacular scenic vistas, access to the Delaware River and its resources, and the uniqueness of the communities along the byway. Visit UpperDelawareScenicByway.org for more information. Sponsored in part by Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. Get out and enjoy the beauty right here in their backyard. Port Jervis, 42 miles of hiking and biking trails for you to experience. OCOPJ.org, 845-288-3165.
I'm Aaron Tippett. During my career in the music business, I've met all kinds of people and made lots of really good friends. I know it can be hard to say no to your friends, but when it comes to drugs, there's no other way. Even prescription or over-the-counter drug abuse can prevent you from achieving your goals. So do yourself a favor when it comes to choosing whether or not to succumb to peer pressure. Say yes to a drug-free life. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Winds News Time 108. At least 8 people are dead, dozens are hurt after not 1 but 3 powerful earthquakes shook the northern Philippines this morning. U.S. Geological Survey seismologist Jenna Persley says the first earthquake was a direct hit on the island of Itbayat.
All of the earthquakes are fairly strong. The 5.9 was felt with intensity 8, which is very strong shaking. There were 2 more, 5.9 and 5.7. Both are shallow as well, and they were level off the island about 5 to 10 miles away from the island.
The earthquakes collapsed and crumbled homes and businesses. People woke up to their furniture falling over. About 2,000 people in that island community have been told their homes are not safe yet to go back to. Wings News Time 1:09. Cops are looking for the creep who followed a young woman home in the East Village yesterday and forced his way into her apartment. The young woman's roommate scared him off. This happened just before 2 in the morning at Avenue A and East 12th Street. The guy followed her all the way to her apartment door, and as she opened it, he pushed her to the ground and covered her mouth. That's when the roommate appeared and the attacker ran. There is surveillance video. You can see it at 1010wins.com. Police are asking anyone who recognizes the guy to call 800-577-TIPS. Police are also asking for help locating a serial jewelry snatcher who uses a ruse to get his hands on people's valuables. The NYPD says they know who he is, but would like to know where he is. 34-year-old Ezekiel Ortiz is suspected of grabbing rings, watches, necklaces, and bracelets from men and women at least 8 times and running off with the items after telling the person he can clean or repair the jewelry and getting them to show it to him or hand it to him. The theft happened in the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens in the last 3 months. Cops have pictures of him, which you can also see at 1010wins.com. Wins News Time 1:10. Traffic and AccuWeather in 1 minute on 1010 Wins.
At CarMax, when we say we buy all the cars, we mean it. Over the last 20 years, we've purchased millions of cars from coast to coast. In the last year alone, we bought a mountain of Mercurys, an armada of Nissans, a ton of Titans, an ocean of Pacificas, and a sea of Siennas. Not to mention a few Hellcats and a couple of Tornadoes. So no matter what you're selling, CarMax is buying. And we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. CarMax. We buy all the cars.
You're a small business owner, and there's nothing small about what you do. That's why Dell Small Business Technology Advisors give you trusted advice, one-on-one partnership, and tailored tech solutions, like computers with Intel Core processors, servers, storage, networking, plus thousands of top-brand electronics, accessories, and software. No matter your technology needs, Dell is here to help your small business do big things. Call 877-BUY-DELL to speak with an advisor today. That's 877-BUY-DELL. Wins News Time 1:11. From the Mavis Discount Tire Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
Got a report now of a crash in Queens. Is on the Clearview southbound coming into 35th Avenue. Delays on down there, back up almost to the Throgs Neck Bridge. The Cross Island's actually worse. Its delays go right from the bridge all the way down to the LIE. Also, the LIE through Queens, tough drive. Eastbound, beginning at Main Street to Cross Island Parkway. The Grand Central looking better following an eastbound crash by the LIE, but it is slow from Jackie Robinson Parkway to Cross Island Parkway. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Upper level of the Verrazano Bridge, got the right lane closed in both directions. We do have delays going into Brooklyn, not really into Staten Island though, but you will have a delay on the Staten Island Expressway, not far off the bridge from Highland Boulevard all the way to Victory Boulevard. We've got a tractor trailer on the northbound side of Palisades Parkway over by exit 10. Right lane is closed. Doesn't belong there. Also, Merritt Parkway, tough going for about 8 miles from exit 33 up towards exit 39, while the northbound side of 95 stop-and-go traffic pretty much from Greenwich all the way to Norwalk. This report is sponsored by BMW of Bayside, the all-new powerful and luxurious 7-passenger 2019 BMW X7 storms the market without peers. Exceptional offers available at BMW of Bayside on Northern Boulevard in Douglaston, New York, or at BMWBayside.com. I'm Russ Meyer. Our next report, 1:21 on 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time 1:12. Now the 1010 Wins AccuWeather 4-day forecast, and here's meteorologist John Furyk.
A couple of downpours out there right now off to the north of the city, moving through parts of Fairfield County right now. Also a downpour over Rockland County, moving pretty slowly in the Hillcrest area right now and drifting off toward the east and southeast. But most places are going to be rain-free this afternoon. A little bit more humid today than yesterday, topping out at 86 in Midtown. And for tonight, mostly clear, low 71, a little bit more humid again tomorrow. Very warm, high 89. There could be a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow night, then hot and humid Monday. Partly sunny to 91, real feels near 100 Monday afternoon. Still warm and sticky Tuesday, high 89, then we'll see some showers and storms Wednesday. Right now in Central Park, 83 with some sun. Going up to 86 in Midtown. I'm Acura with Earth's John Fierk on New York's weather station. 1010 WIND.
WIND's news time, 1:13. Protesters have gathered once again in Hong Kong to protest mainland China. Authorities warned them not to do it and did not grant them a permit. Police have been firing tear gas at them. Correspondent Anna Corin is there.
Consecutive weekend of protests. This is just becoming an almost daily event here in Hong Kong, where people are turning out to the streets to protest against a very controversial extradition bill, which has been indefinitely suspended, but it's now so much more than this. It is now about the future of Hong Kong and the freedoms that it enjoys, because they feel that encroachment from China.
Last weekend, a gang of people beat up a group of protesters at a train station after they'd called it a night and were heading home. Now this message, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. WIND's news time, 1:14.
You know what really gets a party started? Indoor baseball. Yeah, just find a broom or a pool cue, and you can use like anything as a ball. Cans, bottles, shoes. Hey bro, toss me that avocado. Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium Friday, August 2nd through Sunday, August 4th, when the Yankees take on the Red Sox in a critical divisional matchup. This will be the last home series versus Boston in the 2019 regular season. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com or visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window. Don't miss the big 4-game series featuring the greatest rivalry in sports, the Yankees versus the Red Sox. August 2nd through the 4th. Visit Yankees.com today.
WIND's news time, 1:15. Now from the WFAN Sports Desk, here's Bob Husler.
Well, Sonia, plenty of focus this season on the Giants' quarterback position. Eli Manning, the incumbent, Daniel Jones, the heir apparent, but the focus is now shifting toward who of those guys throw the ball to. Sterling Shepard out a few weeks with a broken thumb. Corey Coleman out for the season with a torn knee ligament. And Golden Tate is out the first 4 games of the regular season because of suspension for PED use. Tate is appealing the suspension. He says the drug in question was prescribed as part of fertility planning, and he stopped taking it as soon as he learned it was on the banned list. Hearing expected in early August. Well, so far so good in Jets camp, and the most important player in their camp, quarterback Sam Darnold, is trying to learn to lead.
I definitely think you got to be able to understand, what makes guys click, what sets a fire underneath the guy, because if you can figure that out, especially as a quarterback, I feel like you can get everyone playing and on the same page, and everyone running routes, blocking, running at a very high level and at 100% every single play.
The Jets play the Giants in their preseason opener a week from Thursday. Yankees played the Red Sox this afternoon, and after watching James Paxton get battered last night, Aaron Boone stating the obvious. His starters have allowed 43 earned runs over the past 6 games.
It's obviously been a rough week for us. So all we can do is dive in and as best we can try and tighten things up and get things corrected and make sure we're doing all we can to go out and execute, because we do know we're capable.
And today is CC Sabathia who gets to start against Eduardo Rodriguez. You can listen on the Fans. Saturday night baseball for the Mets. They try to make it 2 straight wins over the Pirates at Citi Field. Steven Matz gets to start against Trevor Williams. Sports at 15:45 around the clock. Bob Eastler, 1010 WIND Sports.
WIND's news time, 1:17.
And now this message: you work hard for your money and you do a fairly decent job of saving, but you don't want your savings and investments to be like that box of chocolates in the Forrest Gump movie. You never know what you're going to get. That's why I'm here to tell you about Online Trading Academy, a leader in investing and trading education. Larry Mullins here. OTA is for people like you who want to take charge of their financial future, where you could decide which chocolate, that is, potentially learn and then manage your investments like the professionals. With training and lifetime access, of course, to OTA's resources and online learning sessions. I called to check them out for myself, 877-380-TRADE, and I got in on one of their free introductory classes. All I can say is, wow. I was surprised at what I didn't know about my money, and now here's your chance to start knowing now. And if you call now and then register, you'll get 2 free passes to their next class, and they'll send you home with their professional insiders kit loaded with exclusive investing courses. Call 877-380-TRADE or go to otawallstreet.com.
83 degrees going up to 86 this afternoon in Midtown.
Buying a car? Before you sign on the dotted line, which may include huge add-on fees, stop. At Major World, you only pay a $75 dealer fee. The price you negotiate is the price you pay. Only $75 plus tax, and DMV. Major World. No games, no gimmicks. MajorWorld.com. Open till midnight. 1-800-MAJOR-AUTO.
Wings News Time, 1:18. Well, you know, CPR training saves lives. This week, a woman with that training saved a dog's life with it. The dog was a senior pit bull pulled out of the lake in Prospect Park on Thursday. Holly Dorito says she was in the park with her own dogs and heard the pitty's owner screaming for help, saying her dog Bella stopped breathing. Dorito is the founder of a volunteer local rescue group called Waggly Tail. She tells 1010 Wins she did her best to help and get the water out of Bella's lungs.
Breathing into her nose, the air into her lungs, and it was pretty scary. Her tongue started to turn blue, and I was wondering if she was going to make it, and I just kept thinking, this was my dog, I don't know what I would do.
It worked. Bella coughed and started breathing again. Wins News Time, 1:19.
Hurry in during the Ram Summer Clearance event to see why more people are switching to Ram than ever before. It's because the new Ram 1500 has more power, with an available Hemi V8 and best-in-class V8 towing. It's no wonder why the Ram 1500 is the most awarded truck in America and the 2019 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. So no matter what you need more of this summer, make sure you hurry in for great deals during the Ram Summer Clearance event. Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2019 Ram 1500 Classic Express Quad Cab 4x4 with a V6 engine for $159 a month for 36 months with $3,159 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. Based on IHS Market U.S. household methodology and FCA segmentation of Conquest data from U.S. new vehicle registrations for CYU 2010 to 2016. Class based on light-duty pickups. Based on awards within the light-duty pickup segment from January 15, 2018 to January 1st, 2019. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution at least through U.S. Bank. 25-cent charge for each mile over 22,500. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 7/31.
Don't leave us in the car. Take 1010 Wins with you wherever you go. Stream us on your mobile devices with the radio.com app.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 83 degrees now at 1:20 on this Saturday, the 27th of July. I'm Sonia Rincon, and here's what's happening. The Rockland County dad who left his infant twins in a car while he went to work in the Bronx is charged in their deaths. We're hearing from his heartbroken neighbors who say he's a good dad who made a terrible mistake. The search is on for 2 teenage murder suspects in Canada. The upper floor of a nightclub in South Korea collapsed this morning, killing 2 people and leaving 17 others hurt. International athletes were there. A confrontation with cops in Hartford leaves 1 person dead after a traffic stop turned violent. There is body cam video, but it has not been released yet. The 1010 Wins AccuWeather forecast, partly to mostly cloudy, high 86 this afternoon. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy, low 71.
Up on December, Giants receiver Golden Tate suspended 4 games for using PEDs. The Yankees try to stop a 2-game slide in Boston. They play the Red Sox this afternoon. Mets Pirates tonight.
Wins News Time, 1:21 from the Ramtruck Traffic Center. Here's Russ Meyer.
And so here's what we see on our island's Big 3. Neck and neck as far as delays on the LIE and the Northern State. We're both going to have stop-and-go traffic from Cross Island Parkway out towards around Roslyn Road. Beyond that, you're looking okay on both. Southern State, tapping on the brakes. Eastbound beginning around Nassau Boulevard, extending out towards Seacoast Bay Expressway. Not too bad, just a couple of rough patches. Meanwhile, in the Bronx, it's a mess on the westbound Cross Bronx, White Plains Road out to the Deegan delays. We get a Gun Hill Road down to the Cross Bronx on the southbound side and northbound from 3rd Avenue up to the Cross Bronx. Bruckner's going to get you heading north from the Bruckner interchange up towards Pelham Parkway. We have got in Rockland County slowdowns on Palisades Parkway north coming into exit 10 in Clarkstown. Right lane is blocked with a bus that doesn't belong there. Also, here's what we see on Long Island. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels, I should say. Busy both ways over at the Whitestone Bridge. Throgs Neck construction closed. Slowdowns coming into Queens. The RFK Bridge, just a bit sluggish mid-span at the Bronx Manhattan-bound RFK Bridge. This report is sponsored by Resorts World Casino in Queens. I'm Russ Meyer, next report 131 on 1010 Wins.
Resort World Casino NYC in Queens by JFK. With 6,000 games, it's where New Yorkers play. It's how NYC rolls. Wins News Time 1:23. Those who know the Rockland County dad whose one-year-old twins died in his car in the Bronx yesterday say it's hard to believe this could happen. They say he's...
Rodriguez lives with his wife and their 3 kids in New City. His neighbor, Tony Caterino, said Rodriguez has 2 other children from a previous relationship. And Caterino couldn't fathom that the death of the twins was anything other than an accident.
It's awful because they're such a loving family and they're always doing stuff with the kids, and it's devastating.
He said Rodriguez is an upstanding person.
I mean, he's a veteran. He's served overseas. He works in the VA.
The police said Rodriguez did the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. shift at the VA hospital in the Kingsbridge section of the Bronx on Friday. He told the police he had forgotten that he had the twins in the backseat of the car. They apparently succumbed to the heat. Carol DeOria, 10 Winds in New City.
Winds News Time 1:24. In the High Bridge section of the Bronx, cops are looking for a man who attacked an MTA bus driver, spraying him in the face with an unknown substance. The 42-year-old driver had to go to the hospital. This happened yesterday morning at 169th Street and the Edward L. Grant Highway. The whole thing was caught on the bus's dash cam. It appeared to be an unprovoked attack. I just walked up to the window and sprayed the driver in the face. We've got some images of the attacker up at 1010wins.com. Cops would like to hear from you if he looks familiar at 800-577-TIPS. Winds News Time 1:24. In Manitoba, Canada, a manhunt is on for 2 teens suspected in 3 murders, including the shooting death of a woman from North Carolina. Correspondent Kaylee Hardon has details.
Canadian authorities zeroing in their search near the remote swampy area of Gillam. This after police said there were 2 credible sightings of the murder suspects near the town of just over 1,200 people. The same town where police tracked their second abandoned charred vehicle. The father of one of the suspects speaking out earlier in the week as these photos surfaced of his son holding a gun, wearing a gas mask, and this picture, a Nazi armband and a knife.
The suspects are 19-year-old Cam McLeod and 18-year-old Briar Smith-Lefty. Police say they have reason to believe the 2 had help escaping and may have changed their appearance. Winds News Time 1:25.
You look great. So healthy. Thanks. I try to be as healthy as possible. And your smile. My dentist at Pro Health Dental told me a healthy mouth can help prevent serious medical conditions.
Wow, I didn't know that.
A great smile says more about you than you know. At Pro Health Dental, we bridge the gap between dentistry and medicine so you and every member of your family can live a healthier life. Put your health where your mouth is. Request an appointment today at prohealthcaredental.com.
What a beautiful country we have. As we work to come together, let's remember something we all believe in. Kids are full of potential and ready for possibility. UNICEF knows that investing in children means a brighter future. That's why 90 cents of every dollar the U.S. funds that UNICEF spends goes directly to help kids in need. Let's keep pushing towards the better world we imagine. Join us. Take a stand for hope. Donate at UNICEFUSA.org.
Winds News Time 1:26. Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Winds. Here's Gina Cervetti.
Generation Z is fueling a market for men's makeup. L'Oreal, Shiseido, and Estee Lauder are among companies starting to develop and market makeup aimed specifically at young men.
People are just being more accepting of men using cosmetics to improve their appearance.
Virginia Bonifilio is with New York's Fashion Institute of Technology. Today's young men are growing up surrounded by online influencers and male entertainers who use makeup.
We're not looking at it as men not feeling masculine by adding makeup to their regimen.
JUB Consulting says the global men's makeup market is just over $1 billion of the $71 billion cosmetics industry. But Bonifilio believes men's makeup is here to stay.
Will men wear full-face makeup? Maybe not. But will they do something with their eyebrows? Will they do something with concealer to conceal the under-eye area? I think absolutely.
Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Gina Cervetti for 1010 Winds.
Winds News Time 1:27.
At 2 premier boards in Brooklyn, you always lease for much, much less. That sounds so nice, I think I'll say it twice. At Premier Ford's 2 Brooklyn locations, you always lease Ford direct for much, much less. Just in time for summer. Lease your own new 2019 Ford
Smart Escape, just $159 a month. You heard me right. $159 a month, 24 short months, 4403 due at inception, 0 security deposit, plus tags, and fees. And no matter which Premier Ford you choose, you always get priority treatment in our state-of-the-art service centers. Take your Premier pick. Kings Highway at Utica Avenue or 86th Street, just off exit 19 on the BQE. Double the selection, double the savings at Premier Ford today. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.
All offers with tier-1 credit approval. See dealer for complete details. Expires 8/31/19.
As an organ donor, your story doesn't have to end. With good ends, you can live on. In fact, you can save up to 8 lives and restore sight and health for many more. Sign up right now online as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. You'll be happy you did. Just maybe someone else will be happy too. Go to organdonor.gov. It saves lives. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
I apologize for my behavior in this Walmart grocery pickup commercial because I just got my groceries and I'm hungry. When you pick up groceries this fresh, you just gotta eat, am I right? And I didn't have time to shop in store, so I ordered online when it was convenient and then used free curbside pickup to get these baby carrots brought to me without even leaving my car. No extra charge. The freshness guaranteed. Speaking of fresh. Oh man, try not to order when you're hungry. Walmart grocery pickup, $30 minimum. Restrictions apply. If you're not happy with your order, contact customer care for a refund.
83 degrees right now, the AccuWeather Real Feel. 89 going up to 86. This we could see a thunderstorm. Good afternoon, I'm Sonia Rincon. News time until 1:30.
Good afternoon, I'm Jeff Allen. Tragedy at a nightclub filled with athletes in South Korea early today. 2 people were killed and 17 others, including foreign athletes competing at the Swimming World Championships, were injured when a loft in a nightclub collapsed in Gwangju, South Korea early Saturday morning. 2 South Koreans were killed, and among the 17 injured were 9 foreign athletes, including 4 Americans. Gwangju, about 160 miles south of Seoul, was host to the 2019 International Swimming Federation World Championships, which includes swimming, diving, and water polo. The U.S. water polo team said that all American athletes were safe and accounted for. I'm Cameron Gray. South Korean officials say the loft fell down about 2:30 a.m. While about 100 people were dancing in the area, both police and fire departments are conducting investigations into what caused the collapse, but those on the scene suggest that too many people were in the loft when the floor fell down. The accident comes just a day before the championships were due to close. When it's news time, 1:31. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
Check out the drive into and out of the city. Here is what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. GWB inbound side, upper and lower levels, now hovering around 35 minutes. Outbound, 45 to 50 minutes with big backups on the Cross Bronx and the Deegan. Lincoln tunnels at 25 in, about 20 outbound. Holland Tunnel, well, from the 139 approach, about 20 minutes, a bit more from the Turnpike outbound. Clocks in at about 15. Also, Rockland County, you got delays on Palisades Parkway northbound over by exit 10 in Clarkstown. Right lane is blocked as they figure out how to remove a bus which doesn't belong there. And here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. Been watching the eastbound side of the LIE and the Grand Central, both pretty much hovering at the same speed, a little better on the LIE. They stretch between Cross Island Parkway and Glen Cove Road is where it's slowing down in spots, but either one will take you roughly the same time. Also, the Southern State East slows at Montauk Parkway out to Bethpage Parkway. So we're looking at Tupco on the Belt Parkway eastbound between Knapp Street and Pennsylvania Avenue. We've got some roving roadwork. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes in the ones, breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Russ Meyer on 1010 Winds.
Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist John Fearing.
We continue to watch winds off the radar here this afternoon. Some downpours generally off to the north of the city, but a lot of places will be rain-free. A warm and more humid day. We'll top out mid-80s this afternoon, and then mostly clear for tonight. The low 71. Tomorrow, warm and even a little bit more humid. Partly sunny, high 89. Then hot and steamy on Monday. Partly sunny, up to 91. AccuWeather real field temperatures near 100 Monday afternoon. So make sure you stay hydrated. Pretty much the same story Tuesday. Steamy up to 89. And then we'll see some showers and storms Wednesday, high 85. Right now in Central Park, 83 with some sun, going up to 86 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist John Fearing, New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
It's 87 degrees in Patterson, it's 80 in Merrick, and it's 84 in Thornwood. police-involved shooting shuts down a major highway in Connecticut overnight. Details on that story in 1 minute. When's news time? 1:33.
That knee went everywhere with you. It even walked your daughter down the aisle. And now it's time for a new knee and new experiences. As the #1 hospital for joint replacement on Long Island, St. Francis has turned more ouches into ahs than any other hospital on Long Island. Our orthopedic surgeons are on the cusp of the latest minimally invasive innovations for a quicker recovery. Let them turn your ouch into an ah. St. Francis Hospital, a member of Catholic Health Services. Call 888-432-7869.
Do you struggle with dizziness or loss of balance? When you roll over in bed, does the room spin? Do you have a difficult time concentrating and ringing in your ears? These are scary and debilitating symptoms of vestibular disorders, which affect the inner ear and brain. These symptoms are invisible and are often overlooked by others, but there's hope. Learn more about vestibular disorders at vestibular.org. Visit vestibular.org or call 800-837-8428.
Wayne's News Time, 1:34. Connecticut State Police are investigating a deadly police-involved shooting in Hartford last night. They say they pulled a car over on I-84 in downtown Hartford about 9:15 and ordered both occupants out. The passenger surrendered immediately, but the driver refused and then got out and attacked the officers. Police tried to use less than lethal means to bring the situation under control, but then the guy grabbed one of the cops' guns and another officer shot him. The investigation kept the highway closed till about 8 this morning. No names have been released. After completing its investigation into sexual misconduct, the American Museum of Natural History has decided that director Neil deGrasse Tyson will keep his job at the Hayden Planetarium. Dr. Tyson was accused of inappropriately touching 2 women last fall, and another woman charged that he raped her while at the University of Texas in 1984. He responded to the allegations in a long Facebook post in which he denied the rape and described the other incidents as benign. The museum issued a statement only saying Dr. Tyson will remain an employee and refused to make any other comment. As members of Congress enjoy a 6-week summer vacation, President Trump will be spending time at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey. Critics say he's playing too much golf, but the president defends his time away from the White House, saying he's always working.
There was Friday night dinner for the president and first lady at the nearby Trump International Hotel, and with Congress gone, plans for a presidential getaway.
So I go to Bedminster, which is a beautiful place, but it's never a vacation. It's working. I hope not, because I like working. I'd rather be right here.
Huffington Post and a website called TrumpGolfCount.com are keeping count, showing Mr. Trump has spent more than 20% of his term at Trump resorts. And when at the White House on weekends, his regular Saturday and Sunday rounds at the Trump Golf Club in Northern Virginia are so regular, handfuls of protesters gather at the entrance for his motorcade departure. Bob Costantini, the White House.
A SpaceX Dragon capsule has arrived at the International Space Station.
Capture complete. Your go for post-capture reconfiguration.
It's the 18th cargo mission for SpaceX. With today's docking, astronaut Nick Hague grabbed the capsule with the arm flying 267 miles above Chile.
It's pretty looking at it out the window, delivering it to the station full of science and cargo and things to keep us busy.
The capsule will remain for about a month docked to the space station before a planned splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. I'm Pat Piper.
Newlyweds Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner are mourning the loss of their furry friend Waldo, who was struck and killed by a car in Manhattan this week. A Jonas spokesman told TMZ that the family's dog walker was taking the pup for a romp on the Lower East Side when he got spooked, broke away, and ran into traffic. Jonas and Turner got Waldo over a year ago after first adopting his brother, Porky. Wins News Time, 1:37. Entertainment next on 1010 Wins.
At Fidelity, we believe nothing should come between you and your money. So we're introducing zero account fees with zero minimums to open an account. All because we want you to invest with zero trade-offs. Visit fidelity.com/value to learn more. Zero account minimums and zero account fees apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Expenses charged by investments such as funds and managed accounts and for commissions, interest charges, or other expenses for transactions may still apply. Fidelity Broker Services, member NYSE, SIPC.
When is a calculator more than a calculator? When it takes me from solving math problems to exploring the universe. Staples is your back-to-school destination. Find all the supplies and inspiration you need. Come inside store this week for great deals under $1. Right now, Staples 1 subject notebooks are just 25 cents each, and Staples composition books, 2 pocket poly folders, and 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents each. Staples, back to school and beyond. In store only, and pay $31.19. Then a 30 on notebooks, folders, and crayons. While supplies last.
Wins News Time 138, now 1010 Wins Entertainment. J-Lo returned the favor to A-Rod last night, stopping her show in Miami to issue the Giants at 1-7. Having a chance because the division was so bad. People calling, if they could get to 4-7, and, the Cowboys aren't even locked to win, and the Eagles are going to do this, and oh my God. And I'm saying to myself, this is awesome. The way this league has created an avenue for optimism with a team that's 1-7. Or 2-7 is gold. It's gold. And we get a caller here saying, and I saw David Leonard write it, the Mets are only 7 games out of the second wild card. Well, maybe they shouldn't make any trades then, because they're right in the middle of it, like everybody else. This is what kills general managers. They can't do their work if you won't be realistic with them. Can't do their work. They're handcuffed. Can't do that. The fans think we're in it. I mean, and we know it. Occasionally you get surprised like the Twins did last year. The Twins thought they were out of it. They kind of bailed out, took everybody out. Next thing you know, they're in it. Even with that attitude, because baseball's not that predictable. And the Mets could have a miracle year and run into great hotness and a great streak and find themselves the second wild card. It could happen. I'm not claiming it can't. But it isn't how you plan, and it's not how you build a winner. Because the body of work tells you, and when you look around at the competition, the Atlantas and the Philadelphias and the Washingtons, along with the rest of the National League, you're not with them yet. Even with Alonzo and McNeil doing what they're doing. You're not there. So, I don't know. I can't be too angry with fans that are overly optimistic regarding their team no matter what. I admire you, and I mean that from my heart. I do admire you. I wish I could look at it that way. And I saw somebody yesterday because he's the most miserable guy in sports talk radio. It's because when I look at reality, I have a hard time. I can't do what a lot of you can do. And this guy admitted it when he called. I try to look at things as half full. I try to look from the optimistic side, and they're only 7 games back. I wish I had that skill, and I do consider it a skill. I wish I had it, but I don't. 877-337-6666. Chris Moore here till Yankee Baseball on the Fan.
It's not every day you get to honor a hero. Those who answer the call of duty. That's why Ford proudly salutes active military, retirees, and veterans. To show their support, your local Ford stores have a special offer for you. Visit myfordnow.com for details.
Geico presents quick ways to change your life. Today, how about holding the door open for someone you don't know? You could also change your life by switching to Geico and saving hundreds on your car insurance. Also, don't hold the door open if you work at a zoo and that person is a bear. Sexually abused as a child in New York, the Child Victims Act could help. Contact the attorneys at Jeff Anderson and Associates today. Visit AndersonAdvocates.com. 52 Duane Street, 7th floor, New York, New York, 10007. 646-846-2542.
At PSEG Long Island, we're leading the way through innovation, like solar power, with more customer-generated rooftop solar power than anywhere else in the state. And wind power, by finalizing plans for the largest offshore wind farm in the country. At PSEG Long Island, we're investing in new technologies every day that will continue to power our homes and businesses with more reliable, efficient, and sustainable energy today and for generations to come. PSEG Long Island. Now that's powering progress.
You'll stop for here, and there's nothing cooler than the summer clearance event at Nielsen, where you'll find cool deals on the hottest new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams.
You said it, Bill. Lease the all-new 20
we'll give you way over book value for it. Plus, with every vehicle purchase, you get a really cool 60-quart foaming cooler. Save today the Nielsen way in East Hanover. Shop online at nielsendodge.com. Summer clearance event. All offers with approval ran 39 months, 54.39 US money Cherokee, 42 months, 57.39 US money tax, bag and DMV fees. On Showtime, he's the next little big sailor defeated one of the 30-pound champion Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm definitely hungry. I'm ready to take over. Takes on top contender Ricardo Nunez. Each of these warriors wanting to show their championship medal. In an all-action affair for the world title. Unbelievable knockout artist Davis. I am the real deal, nonetheless. Davis versus Nunez. Live tonight at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on Showtime.
Hey, it's Evan Roberts telling you about Kia's summer sales event going on now. Hurry in today to get great deals. It's summertime, so get out and enjoy a road trip in the sleek Optima, the beach in the tech-savvy Forte, hitting the mountains in the capable Sorrento, or a getaway weekend in the versatile Sportage. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. For offer details, visit KiaDealers.com or call 800-333-4KIA. And when you stop by your local New Jersey, New York, or Connecticut Kia dealer, tell them Evan sent you.
I'm Kiara Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. We couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. A robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 877-WebNow1. That's 877-WebNow1. Or visit AmericanEagle.com. They'll help you build your digital mindset.
You can always count on Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. Always crisp, always easy drinking, always just right. The perfect balance of flavor and refreshment since 1903. Welcome to the High Life. 2019 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly.
What is a calculator more than a calculator? When it takes me from solving math problems
To exploring the universe.
Staples is your back-to-school destination. Supplies and Staples, back to school and beyond. In-store only and 8/31/19. Limit 30 on notebooks, folders, and crayons. While supplies last.
Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Saturday afternoon in late July, final weekend of July. Believe it or not, that the summer is flying by for you. Join the club, because that's the way it usually goes, and this year is no exception. Greg on Long Island, next up on the fan. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Good, what's up?
Okay, hear me out here. Tanaka, Saman, and Paxton, these guys are getting hit in the first inning. Nobody's saying this. Well, I'm looking at Green to Cortez. Those guys are 8-0. Why don't we just give the first three starters, they're getting banged around at the beginning, give them an opener, and then you ease them into the bottom of the lineup.
I think that those kind of solutions are going to be talked about. I think it'll be a very active August in terms of how the Yankees go about positioning themselves for October. Once they get this deadline passed and they know who they have, you may see that, Greg. You may see them, thinking about what you're thinking about is how do we manage this staff in the best way? And you're right about the early part of the game for these guys, but last night, for example, Paxton never got it back. I mean, he either struck you out or gave up a home run. It's 2019 baseball.
Right. Well, yeah, no, it's right. But baseball obviously is evolving. You look at what's happening, like just with Herman and Cortez, and those guys are great contracts with each other. Totally different types of pitching. You look at Cortez, he's got this whack all these wacky deliveries and, you know, like off-speed pitches and curves. And it's, you know, if you follow the other team, I think at this point, you know, baseball is evolving. Treat the beginning of the game as a high leverage situation with the top of the order, because the game to get away from you. I mean, just look at Paxton last night, and then over the season, he's been good as you go on in the game. So I just think, you know, I don't, nobody's saying this, but I think the game is evolving, and the Yankees, I think they have a game for October if they don't get another arm. And then, you know, CC and Happ, you know, I don't think
avenues to let's take labels out of it. When it comes to what a pitcher is, middle relief, closer, setup guy, long man, starter, let's leave the labels out of it. They need 27 outs. And they need to experiment over the next 60 games should they not be able to make the deal that they want. And even really if they do make a deal, they need to experiment with the best possible bias of watching the last week. Forget the fan base or the talk show hosts or the columnists. They will not inspire confidence within their team if they continue to approach games the way they approach the say this, which is a concern for you. Everybody feels more pressure, and when you're behind, the pressure, it just does. John in Staten Island up next on the fan. Hi, John.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Because when you say that the Mets are scared to trade a Met to the Yankees, they see a lot of success, and they have that success. Are you referring to the fans, the owners of them?
And the owners.
Okay, all right. Because, I mean, listen, I'm realistic. I watch the Mets because of the fact that, yeah, they technically, but in my heart, do I think they're going to do anything like they showed me all year, that they're giving out like a ton? No, they haven't shown me that. And being that there was a trade deadline, I'm like, they have to be smart. I mean, even though they're technically not out of their house, shit like that, I can't stand the Yankees. You got to be smart here. You got to do what's going to be good for your team. Regardless of the trading.
Yeah, they need to understand what their puzzle is supposed to look like. What do they want to fix? And I'm not sure they know that, which is what, if I'm you, John, right, I'm worried that they don't know what they want to fix. Well, if they can do anything,
I think we have an idea.
All right, what would you do, Joe? What's the first thing you do? Let's say you could get your dream answered. What's the first thing you would do? What's the first kind of player or what position would you acquire if you were Brody Van Wagenen and you had the ability to get him?
Along with me, but I'm sure.
Okay, so that's where you, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Now, do the Mets look at it the way John does? Or are they worried about how their catcher is not fit with their pitching staff? Is that their biggest concern? Are they worried about center field? Where is their biggest concern? And that's a good answer John had, because we've known what the relief pitching has been like. But the Mets not so bad lately. It has improved. And by the way, the Yankees will have good starts again. These guys will pitch good games again. Paxton will have a good game, and Happ will have a good game, and Tanaka will have a gem. You know, that's the way it works. But the concern is, you have to decide by Wednesday, number one, and number two, will they inspire confidence in October? Will they go in with a certain amount of swagger, tempered with a respect for their opponent? That is really what they're looking forward to getting. Spike, Poppin' Plains up next on the van. Hi, Spike.
Hey, good afternoon, my friend. I'm going to give you 4 numbers and dates, and you're going to have the answers to all. 6/28/2019 and 6/30/2019. What happened those days at Boston?
No idea.
Pierce and Evaldi.
There you go.
Okay, at 81 and 108. How many outs you need in a 5-game series and a 7-game series? I don't give a tinker's damn how they get the outs. I know once about to start of the game. I've been on the page with you. I don't care how they get it. The game shows right in front of us. Couldn't get Batista down fast enough. There was 7 up there.
Yes.
But who cares? Who cares who the pitcher now? I don't care. So let him get his first 3 starts, but if he doesn't, you yank him and you bring another arm. And those bats. I mean, like hit it third a little bit, but he's hitting in the pitch. And I think the Yankees are first or second in the bigs, hitting with net runners in scoring position. Their defense is fine. They had a couple of bad games. Big deal.
Well, I think, Spike, you're right in a lot of ways, but I do think Wednesday is the big kicker. You know, the fact that they can't change after Wednesday. The equation. The Giants have signed a wide receiver. We knew that they would off the ball that's gone on. We'll talk about this a little bit in a minute. But they signed wide receiver T.J. Jones, according to Pat Leonard of the Daily News. So we pass that along to you. The break here, come back, more of your phone calls. Chris Moore till Yankee baseball on the fan. It's summer. Time to up your grilling game. Indiana imported Swiss. The cheese that adds more mouth-watering flavor to everything you cook. So fire up that grill and get your Swiss on. Finlandia, the world's finest Swiss.
Things are weaving. Ethics is moving. Fantastic. It genuinely rules. Which manual? The world of DC. The story we've never seen before. Honestly, I am Joffrey. Dangerous, isn't it? It's fun and dark. Visually striking and totally different. Physically tough. If you have to use trench gloves, but not give a spoiler-free test drive. At your service. Sunday, only on Epix. Get the channel or get the app.
Attention entrepreneurs. Amazon is looking for business leaders who want to build their own package delivery companies. If you're passionate about hiring and managing great teams, this might be for you. With built-in demand, access to Amazon's technology and experience, and a suite of discounts on assets and services, this is a chance to build and grow a logistics business in your community. Be part of a fast-growing industry by partnering with Earth's customer-centric company. Applicants must meet additional requirements. Visit logistics.amazon.com. That's logistics.amazon.
It's Airfield. We're looking for a quality vehicle. I want the best for my wife and kids. Mercedes-Benz and Paramus offered us the best service, best prices, and best selection while giving me the peace of mind I need to bring home a victory for my family.
Visit Mercedes-Benz and Paramus today. Lovely offers. Lease a 2019 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 4MATIC SUV for $479 a month for 36 months with $43.73 total door siding.
Visit Mercedes-Benz and Paramus on Route 17 and find out why I pick Paramus when I need a win.
No security deposit required. Offer expires 7/31/19. Call 833-744-8817 for details.
That feeling when things just fall into place? EasyCater.com gives you that. For business catering, find a reliable local restaurant and order online. EasyCater is there when you need it. Life's a little easier now because when you need food for work, you go to EasyCater.com.
Come on to Yankee Stadium on Wednesday, July 31st for a matinee matchup between the New York Yankees and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Stay cool and hydrated on Yankees Water Bottle Day. The first 10,000 guests ages 14 and younger will receive a Yankees water bottle presented by Party City. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com or visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window. That's Yankees Water Bottle Day on July 31st. Visit Yankees.com today.
And if you're planning on losing weight this summer, it's just not happening. Maybe it's time you tried AJ Diet. They use bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, and blood work. AJ Diet then uses DNA testing to raise your up. The regimen help you lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in as little as 40 days. Not sure if you can do it alone. AJ Diet's with you every step of the way. You're fully monitored by their certified staff to make sure you're burning fat, not just losing water. You also have access to his personal emails and phone numbers. AJ Diet committed to keeping the weight off. It's all natural. No shots, almost to surgeries. Offices are ready throughout New York, Jersey, and Connecticut. They now have locations in Philadelphia and Jenkintown, Pennsylvania. Take the 40-day challenge that can last a lifetime. Visit AJDiet.com. Call 855-5AJ-DIET. Go to AJDiet.com and lose the weight for good.
I'm Hall of Fame quarterback. I spent my whole career trying to avoid being blindsided. Now, in retirement, I'm trying to help homeowners avoid being blindsided by real estate agent fees. That's why I'm excited to be working with Rex. Amazingly, with all the data and technology available today, commissions haven't changed in decades. Every day, home sellers get popped by agent fees as high as 6%. That's worse than getting sacked by a lineman. Rex is changing the game by charging just 2% total, saving sellers tens of thousands of dollars. Plus, you get a full-service experience with a dedicated local agent helping you every step of the way. That's the type of protection quarterbacks like me dream of. Give Rex
us a call and see why thousands across the country have avoided being blindsided by big agent fees. Call 844-4600-REX. Call 844-4600-REX. 844-4600-REX.
New York license number 10991225737.
Now that we're engaged in baseball season, why not pop the question at your favorite ballpark? Visit 2 by London and let their trained experts and cutting-edge technology help you choose or design the perfect ring of your dreams. With its vast selection, 2 by London has something for everyone. No matter what your budget, they'll walk you through every step of the process and give you a truly engaging experience. Visit 2 by London today at the Americana Manhattan East Hampton or Westfield World Trade Center, and be sure to mention WFAN. London George, serving you and your family since 1926.
For first-class service at affordable prices, schedule an appointment at a Ray Katina Service Center. Ray Katina, the legend in luxury auto.
Spin your mornings with Boomer and Geo from 6 to 10 a.m. and your afternoons with Mike Francesa from 3 p.m. to 6:30, along with weekdays with Benito and Roberts from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and CMB, Kona, Maggie, and Clark from 1 to 3, exclusively on your flagship station for New York Yankees baseball and New York Giants football. The Fan, Sports Radio 1019 FM and Sports Radio 66, WFAN and WFAN FM, New York, a RootBoy.com sports station.
Good afternoon at 2:01. I'm Bob Husler. Training camp not even a week old, and the Giants already down 3 wide receivers. 2 are hurt. Sterling Shepard, broken thumb. Corey Coleman done for the season with a torn knee ligament. And today, Golden Tate revealed that he's been suspended 4 games for using a banned substance. Tate says the substance was prescribed as part of fertility planning. Tate says he stopped taking it as soon as he learned it was on the banned list. He is appealing the suspension. Pat Sherman doesn't sound too concerned.
We'll just wait and see what happens with Golden with his appeal. You guys saw Shep running around yesterday out there. Yes, he's going to be fine. And we've got other guys that are competing to make our team. So keep working.
The Yankees would be well advised to take the same approach. Can't get much worse for their starting pitchers. They have allowed 43 earned runs over the previous 6 games. This was James Paxton after getting battered last night by the Red Sox.
Terry did everything I had. Just wanted to be able to give some length tonight. Unfortunately, didn't do that. So hopefully we can get this thing turned around and start tomorrow.
It'll be this afternoon. Yankees and Red Sox. Game 3 of the 4-game series at Fenway. CC Sabathia gets to start against Eduardo Rodriguez. We'll have it on the Fan at 3:25. Mookie Betts hit 3 home runs last night for Boston. 4th straight day a player has homered 3 times in the game. Before this season, there had never been 3 consecutive days with a 3-homer game in the majors. 4 Mets hit home runs last night, including number 34 for Pete Alonso. Mets beat the Pirates in the series opener. The series continues tonight with Steven Matz matching up against Trevor Williams. This report brought to you by Ultrax Hair Surge Shampoo. Visit surgemyhair.com. The David Cohn Celebrity Charity Golf Classic takes place Monday, August 19th at Brooklyn Country Club in Florham Park, New Jersey, for the benefit of the Ed Lucas Foundation. For more information, visit the edlucasfoundation.org. 84 degrees and sunny skies at Central Park, and that's what's happening. I'm Bob Husler on Sports Radio 1019 FM and Sports Radio 66. Listen to the Fan anytime, anywhere. Download the radio.com app. Favorite us today. And if you have a smart speaker, just say, play WFAN.
Chris Moore.
We roll on a Saturday afternoon in front of Yankee baseball, which is a 4-something start. We're on the air at 3:30 or so with our pregame show, featuring lines like Susie, thank you. We look forward to that. Ronnie Rosenhaus on the other side, along with Tommy Lugauer. We hope you enjoyed the Tommy Lugauer for the show. He was top notch, he always is. Tommy's a man of the people. He's in the mix. And I guess he's moved, I heard last night that he has moved closer to the station, which is great news for this area, which is a little depressed and doesn't have enough bars and restaurants and nightclubs, because Tommy is the mix. Some people are in the mix, and some people are a vital shot of adrenaline for Lower Manhattan that they really needed, as Mr. and Mrs. Lugauer are now in the area. And the property values will certainly skyrocket. So you've got that going for you, which is nice. Colonia, New Jersey starts us off. Hour 2. Joe is there. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Chris, thanks for taking my... What are you doing? I don't know your opinion on this. I feel personally that baseball is in big trouble. The younger generation isn't watching it, and I feel I've been watching baseball since the 70s, and a lot of the rule changes I feel is hurting baseball. So how do you kind of find a medium there?
You gamble. You risk, Joe, and I mean, I'm sure you're aware of it. The Atlantic League now has some different rules going on. You risk. That's what we talked about. You can't, again, same message as hour 1. Can't operate afraid. What these leagues, I think, are short-sighted about is believing that somehow they're going to lose fans if they do controversial things. They will make unhappy fans. But that's different than losing fans. They don't lose fans when they, oh my God, put a DH in the game. They had a lot of grumbling, still do. But they didn't lose any. If they put a man on second base in the 10th inning because they don't want games going so long anymore, a lot of fans will grumble. And they will watch. So you do a lot of gambling in that regard to find out what works and what doesn't. You're not afraid to pull the plug, and you're not afraid to try something that on the surface people are very negative about. We just, in short, have intelligent people sit around a table, figure out opportunities, try them out first in the minor league, evaluate them, and move forward. And don't take any idea as being outlandish until you've proven that it really doesn't work. And the only way to do that is to actually try it. I don't think it's in big trouble, baseball, to your point, to start with, Joe. I don't think it's in big trouble, but I think it needs to be tweaked for the under 30 crowd, which next year, by the way, is under 31, but 2 years from now is under 32. You get the point. Demographic in order. Jones, 814 yards high school. He's on the golden care, and I don't blame the league. Well, it doesn't matter if he's telling the truth or not. I don't want to break the tie. I don't want to assess his character. Golden's a really good guy. I think he meant... I don't want to interpret what he meant.